through the chair, I ask you, do you agree that traditional Catholics are violent extremists?
I have no idea what the traditional means here.
Catholics, Catholics that go to church.
May I answer your question?
Yes or no?
The idea that someone with my family background would discriminate against any religion is so outrageous, so absurd.
Mr. Attorney General, it was your FBI that did this. It was your FBI that was sending, and we have the memos, we have the emails, we're sending undercover agents into Catholic churches.
Attorney General Merrick Garland had another explosive day on Capitol Hill Wednesday, where Republicans accused him of everything from running defense for Hunter Biden to secretly trying to jail America's church-going Catholics. And Garland had clearly had enough.
Both I and the director of the FBI have said that we were appalled. Have said that we were appalled by that memo.
So then you agree that they're not extremists?
We were appalled by that memo.
Are they extremists or not, Attorney General?
I think that...
Are they extremists or not, Attorney General?
Everything in that memo is
Are they
appalling.
extremists or not? I'm asking a simple question. Say no if you think that was wrong.
Catholics are not extremists. No.
Garland sat before House Republicans with the goal of answering serious questions about the Department of Justice. Instead, he faced clowns like Jim Jordan, who tried to claim that Garland was protecting both Joe Biden and Biden's son Hunter. Now, that might make no sense to you for the simple fact that Garland selected Donald Trump appointee David Weiss to serve as special counsel in the Hunter Biden investigation, something Republicans asked him to do. But this is Jim Jordan we're talking about. The guy's nuts.
What I'm wondering is why you guys let the statute of limitations lapse for those tax years that dealt with Burisma income.
There's one more fact that's important, and that is that this investigation was being conducted by Mr. Weiss, an appointee of President Trump. You will, at the appropriate time, have the opportunity to ask Mr. Weiss that question, and he will no doubt address it in the public report that will be transmitted to the Congress.
But the fact that Republicans have exactly the special prosecutor they asked for doesn't matter, because this is all about political theater. And in Jim Jordan's mind, Weiss is a secret lib who just pretended to be a MAGA Republican for all those years. Watch this mess.
Who decided that David Weiss would stay on as U.S. attorney?
Look, this occurred before I came. Mr. Weiss had been kept on. I promised the...
no, I didn't say, you can walk all through that. I said, who decided? The White House decided.
Mr. Weiss...
Right? They serve at the pleasure of the president, right?
Mr. Weiss was...
Joe Biden decided to keep David Weiss as U.S. attorney. You weren't sworn in until March. He was told he was going to stay on in February.
Expired.
Pretty fundamental question. Who decided David Weiss was going to stay as U.S. attorney in Delaware?
Mr. Weiss,
your time has expired.
Mr. Chairman, your time has expired.
I'm waiting for an answer now, and I'll yield.
Well, you asked the question after your time had expired already.
But Garland was having none of it, because as he made clear in his response, the Department of Justice isn't about to be intimidated by a bunch of Republicans who care so much about America that they incited a mob to attack the government on January 6th.
And our job is to uphold the rule of law. That means we apply the same laws to everyone. There is not one set of laws for the powerful and another for the powerless, one for the rich and another for the poor, one for Democrats and another for Republicans, or different rules depending upon one's race or ethnicity or religion. Our job is to pursue justice without fear or favor. Our job is not to do what is politically convenient. Our job is not to take orders from the president, from Congress, or from anyone else about who or what to criminally investigate.
Now, nothing upsets Jim Jordan more than someone who knows what he's actually talking about. And in response, Jordan threatened to hold Garland in contempt of Congress for, well, the reason actually wasn't really clear. But remember, these are the Republicans who don't want the government weaponized, while openly using the threat of a meritless contempt charge as a weapon to try and scare Merrick Garland into telling them what they want to hear. That didn't go over so well for Jordan, because California Congressman Eric Swalwell came prepared for exactly this moment.
Mr. Attorney General, my colleague just said that you should be held in contempt of Congress, and that is quite rich, because the guy who's leaving the hearing room right now, Mr. Jordan, is about 500 days into evading his subpoena. About 500 days. So if we're going to talk about contempt of Congress, let's get real. I mean, are you serious that Jim Jordan a witness to one of the greatest crimes ever committed in America, a crime where more prosecutions have occurred than any crime committed in America, refuses to help his country, and we're going to get lectured about subpoena compliance and contempt of Congress?
Yeah, that's a laptop in front of Swalwell counting all the time Jim Jordan has been evading a federal subpoena for testimony in the January 6th case. Meanwhile, Jordan is in the corner laughing because none of this actually matters to Republicans. It's all meant for the right-wing media.
Jim Jordan won't even honor a lawful subpoena? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? There's no credibility on that side. Mr. Attorney General, you are serious, they are not. You are decent, they are not. You are fair, they are not. So I welcome you to the law firm of Insurrection LLP, where they work every single day on behalf of one client, Donald Trump. And they do that at the expense of millions of Americans.
Garland's entire visit to Capitol Hill was a waste of time. Nothing was accomplished, nothing got done, and Republicans got to spend a few hours showing their loyalty to Donald Trump. This is just what our government is now. It absolutely sucks. After spending the better part of the day attacking the Department of Justice, the FBI, and the police, Republicans will still claim to have the best interest of this country at heart. Well, they're lying, and it's up to the American voters to punish them for those lies at the ballot box next year. And if that wasn't enough, check out this video.
So much food and water stored down there to feed the whole United States for about 10 years.
And as always, leave a comment below so you can let me know what I should cover next.